love and gratitude. And also love can have a lot of concepts. Love can be experienced according to our past experiences. So love can be twisted according to your experience, isn't it? Like love can be in a way limited according to what you have directly been through. And when we hold many times in a dual reality, love has a duality to it. Love, opposite love is pain. So of course, very much of you here would associate to some degree a memory of pain and suffering in relation to love. That is the duality of a lower vibrational love that we all experience. There's nothing wrong with that. We all experience dual love, where we experience love and pain, love and suffering. But then knowing there is a higher form of love. There's a higher form of love which is non-dual. There's no duality of a higher love, because love is love. Love is love, and love has no imprints of and it's not conditioned by anything. See, love is not conditioned. That is the pure love, the unconditioned love, the love which is free, the love which you can't claim that it's yours, that you have it, that you keep it, or you give it. Love is love. So even if we just reflect for a moment, and there's nothing wrong with this, it's just illuminating a higher form of love. When we try to justify love, or wait for somebody to justify that love, or tell us how much they love us, and having this language of, I love you, do you love me? I love you, do you love me? Do you see a separation and a distance? I love you. What if you drop the you? I love. I love. Does that already change something in its frequency? I love. There's already more like openness to it, and less attached, clinching, conditioning to that. And then even if you remove the I, if you drop the I, and just to reflect, it's just an exercise, just to reflect on just love. Love. How more open and vast and unconditioned, just to be love. Be love. And in that being love itself, you see there's no distance. You see that how close you close the gaps. You close the gaps. I love you. You're saying there is distance. There is distance, but you drop the I in you, and all that remains is one, love itself. So be love itself. And that's it. There's nothing else to love. And that's also a misconception and something we add on to love. We give it meaning. We try to give love a meaning. But there's no meaning to love. To this love, there's no meaning. There's no meaning to love. Can you feel how free that is? And there is no one way how love can be expressed, because it's open. It's so open. When you be love itself, there is no expectation of how love should look like or how love should be presented to you. Because you are free of those concepts or imprints or conditionings, and there is no meaning anymore to love. So love becomes simple, and it simply becomes the isness of love. It's so like you're bringing love really closer in you as you. That's why the I disappears. There's nothing wrong with saying I love you, of course. I'm not saying that, okay? It's an exercise. It's an attunement. It's an exercise, for you to reflect on this and feel the vibration of what is being presented to us now. And once you start tuning to that, you liberate yourself from any conditionings of love. And you realize how far away our imagination and concepts and beliefs have formed us to believe what love should be, how it should look like. And that is what creates the suffering, isn't it? Because that mindset is dualistic. Whenever your mindset is dualistic, you're bound to suffer. So it's also a really nice reminder that when you find yourself in suffering, you can, first of all, be honest with yourself. It's very important to be honest, That's number one. So important, our honesty, our willingness to meet ourselves as we truly are right now. That willingness and that honesty allows you to transcend the duality. And once you transcend duality, and of course dualities, there are trillions and trillions of energies, it's a continuous, you're not in non-duality and that's it, you're done. And no, there's always some other switch that touches you. You drop in duality, you have suffering. I'm suffering, okay, I'm going to be honest with myself, I'm going to meet that suffering. You process it and you transcend it, isn't it? You transcend duality into non-duality. And once you're in non-duality, the love that is free, and it's not owned by anybody, but it's free. Yeah, love flows through. It's free. Love is here, and this is the love and the gratitude, of when we are honest, we can tap into the truth of what already exists, of what already is so evidently here at all times. But the only misfortune is when we're let's say perceiving reality from the dualistic point of view. And then we're justifying and we're fighting and we're in conflict and we're in suffering. And we justify that too. We carry it with us and it's all unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I find that to be like unnecessary suffering. Because there is a way, and the way is honesty. How truly honest are you with yourself? Forget about everybody else. Because, we suffer a lot in our society. We want people to respect us, to be honest with us. We want people to love us, to be kind to us, to be acknowledged by other people. And yeah, it's a big challenge to be in peace and liberation and love when we're constantly trying to be recognized or be loved. And we suffer because we've been betrayed so much in our lives in so many ways. But what I've come to really realize that you can only betray yourself, really. And if you're honest, if you're really, really honest with yourself, no one can ever betray you. If you're really honest with yourself. So honesty is the willingness to take responsibility. Yeah, the willingness to take responsibility. And the indication of that is when we are suffering. That's the indication, isn't it? When there is some degree of suffering. Because some degree of suffering is reflecting to us that we are now in a separated, divided consciousness. Some degree or another, we feel betrayed, we feel unloved, we feel not heard, not understood, unworthy, whatever it is. Yeah, whatever branch of the suffering. It doesn't matter. Look at the substance underneath. It's suffering. And then you can ask yourself, is this necessary for me to carry this suffering all my life? Is it necessary? Is it necessary? And there comes the honesty. It's an honesty. Honesty to be responsible to meet that suffering. To meet that suffering. Because only by meeting that suffering with humbleness, with surrender, with devotion, then we can truly transcend and liberate from this dualistic reality into an unbound truth, love, and all that comes with it, prosperity, abundance. All of that starts really becoming a part of you. So love is love. Love is love. Love is free. Love is you. Just as gratitude, the love and gratitude, they're so much hand in hand. Being grateful for what is already. Yeah, that's a very profound. Being grateful for what is already. Because many times we live our life judging the present life, judging and, wanting to fix all that is wrong. We're so focused on the wrong, what is wrong, what needs to be fixed. And we can be functioning from a place of lack because we believe that the future can be better than now. The future is always better than now. In the future, there is such an imaginary dreams. And the function of that mindset makes us live in a big lacking. Lack is a very, very deep, it's like even in your body, it's in your root, isn't it? Lack is within your root center. And we don't realize this, how we actually live our lives feeling we are lacking something. We're lacking something and we wish it for the future. We wish abundance and love and prosperity for the future, and yet we lack the alertness, the lovingness of the presence of now. And the gratefulness, the gratitude to what already is, as it is, as it is. With all the goods and bads, the wrongs and greatness, with all of it. There again, you're functioning from a non-dual reality, isn't it? A non-dual reality which encompasses everything. Encompasses everything. But the mental structure, it has a mechanism, it's like a mechanical part in our mind. It has to do a lot with survival, actually. It's constantly judging every moment. I like this, I don't like this. I want this, I don't want this. But the present moment is neutral, actually. The present moment is neutral. You are the one giving it labels. You are the one judging it at every moment. But the present moment is free. It's free, it's neutral, it's boundless. And you are the one creating your own restrictions at every second of your life. That's why you are actually the creator of your life, isn't it? And it goes to a very, very fragmented detail to every millisecond of what you're judging in your present moment is what you're creating. So these are practices, practicing being grateful, just for gratitude itself, being grateful for just that. Not to expect anything. You don't do something to get something. You just become that because you are that. You become love because you are love, and that's it. That's it. It just becomes so free, so free. So you have that freedom inside you, you have that. It's already within you. We just have to restructure ourselves, change our focus into that openness, into that gratitude, into that love. And then allow a divine will to take care of you. Again, that's surrendering, isn't it? It's the path of devotion. It's a path of losing inner control just for the sake of that, and then allowing the unknown, maybe unknown, a higher divine will to guide you, because no one knows the next moment. No one knows the next moment. The next moment is always unknown, but the now is known. The now is evidently here. So that's why the now is so, so important. That's all you will ever, ever, ever have. So if we are able to manage the now, then you're already creating your best future, your best life experience. And in it, in the midst of it, you are free.